Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the weekly Efootball League show powered by Goal. I'm your host Stel, and each week I'll be joined by FIFA 18 analyst and coach Luke as we review and discuss the latest games. Now, the Efootball League is a FIFA 18 league featuring top European clubs and some of the best FIFA 18 players on the planet. Now, the likes of Man City, West Ham, Ajax, Wolves and many more will bid to become the Efootball League champions on Xbox and PS4. Now, for the next 5 weeks, our focus will be on the Xbox League, starting with an absolute cracker of a game. Tournament favourite MegaBit with FC Bochum face rookie McKee and Shamrock Rovers. Try not to blink, you might miss some action. Tournament novice McKee will be very happy with his opening game despite a 4-3 loss to favourite MegaBit. McKee came close to scoring first when Gareth Bale turned and played a beautiful through pass to Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portugal captain got a lucky bobble in the box but fired straight at the keeper. MegaBit eventually cleared after some shaky defending. MegaBit then showed how easy he can cut through defences after a neat double 1-2 between Ronaldo and Suarez led to a clear chance for Antonio Valencia, but his shot was very well saved. The deadlock was broken on 12 minutes when a high ball up to Bale was controlled and played to Suarez. The Uruguayan fed the Welshman who made no mistake with the first time shot.
Well, he's put it away brilliantly. That kind of chance quickly. Really sharp right from the off, and they've taken the lead here. And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here.
Falling behind sprang MegaBit into life and was almost level right after the restart when Gareth Bale's shot was well saved by the feet of De Gea.
Bale! He's kept it out.
Moments later, MegaBit created half a chance after some great interplay between Ronaldo, Vieira and Bale. The sting was taken out of Bale's shot by a covering defender, meaning an easy save for De Gea.
It's a shot now. Gareth Bale. 2
minutes before the interval and MegaBit was level. Ruud showed his class and influence in the middle of the park, intercepting the ball and moving it on. His ball to Vieira was inch perfect, as was the Frenchman's through pass to Bale, who levelled it out.
Level again. There's a bit of justice about it because the better team have been losing. Whistle from the referee, and we're off and running again for the second half. It's good vision to be able to switch the play there. Petit. Roberto Carlos.
The second half began with an attack from MegaBit where the legend stepped up a gear. A clever passage of play between Petit, Roberto Carlos and Ruud led to a blocked shot.
Shot blocked here. Stopped it. Gareth Bale.
MegaBit continued to turn defence into attack as Gareth Bale's foray into the box was shut down by Valencia.
We've got to clear it now.
Moments later, a 40-yard dash by Roberto Carlos almost led to a clear opportunity for Bochum, but Ronaldo's ball to Vieira was overhit.
Well, it's overhit, isn't it? It's the goalkeeper's ball. Sandro. Free kick given by the referee, and the defending team might be in trouble. They might regret conceding this. And now he's going to sort out that earlier incident and book the player who committed the foul.
Yeah, he doesn't miss much, this ref. He's eagle-eyed, and he wanted to give the team a chance to
probably
move
felt it was their
forward,
lucky day when a free kick routine didn't go to plan, yet ended up at the feet of Patrick Vieira 20 yards out. A quick 1-2 with Suarez and a lovely through pass to Ronaldo ended with a second goal for Shamrock Rovers.
Ronaldo had a score now. Mbappe. Possibly booking this.
But with 20 minutes to play, MegaBit drew level again. Ruud ball into the box was inch perfect, and an unmarked Ronaldo hit the post with a volley. The ball fortuitously landed to the feet of Mbappe, and it was 2-2.
Well, no complaints here about the equaliser. Even the team that have conceded it, I think, have recognized.
Then came a frantic 12 minutes. Valencia's marauding run for Bochum looked to have come to nothing when Vieira intercepted the ball. The former Arsenal man's forward pass was intercepted to his countryman Emmanuel Petit. An intricate passing display involving Hullet, Tolisso, Mbappe and Ronaldo culminated in Bochum's third for the evening. 4 minutes later, we were back to square one when Ronaldo, Rui Costa and Gareth Bale combined to put it back level. The Welsh hero unleashed an unstoppable strike, making it 3-3.
Well, it has been coming, this equaliser, but it's taken them some time.
Oh, we're going to see a winner here. I think we might.
Gabriel Jesus.
Just when you thought it would be the end of the scoring, Petit and Tolisso linked up to play in Ronaldo, who made it 4-3. Wow, Luke, what a game. What a way to start this tournament. What a way to start this episode. A fantastic game, end-to-end stuff. What did you make of it, mate?
It was actually an unreal game to watch. I believe that it was, at first, it was going to be more one-sided to MegaBit. But Jamie McKee, you got to hold your hands up to the guy. He's just come out and put a show on for the audience and for you guys watching. I believed that at first, in my opinion, MegaBit was going to be one of the contenders to actually take the tournament. And one of the dark horses has come out of nowhere, and that must be quite frustrating for the German.
Absolutely, and it was more like a David versus Goliath clash, wasn't it? Everyone kind of expected MegaBit to run away with it, but as you said, McKee just turned up, and it was a Gareth Bale show.
Oh, 100%. Gareth Bale turned out to be a factor in both halves. But when it come down to it, experience obviously came into play with MegaBit using Cristiano Ronaldo to get 2 late goals.
And Ruud Gullit was very influential in this game and played his part as well, didn't he?
Yes, very much so.
Fantastic. So who do you think is going to qualify that group?
I believe it's going to be MegaBit, and I think it's a tough one to call, actually, to be honest. I'm going to wait and see.
You can sit on the fence on that one. Great idea. Our next game sees Spencer FC Academy graduate Jack with Hibs pit his wits against another favourite, VFB Stuttgart official player and FIFA Interactive World Cup finalist Malu. Stuttgart pro player Malu was kept reasonably quiet by Spencer FC Academy graduate Jack, as his first opportunity came in the 27th minute when a shot on the edge of the box was well saved. Another shot from Malu was saved on the half-hour mark. At this point, Jack was relatively comfortable. Marlot's third major chance fell to the feet of Ronaldo, whose shot was blocked after some good play involving Nainggolan, Bale and Ronaldo. Marlot began the second half on the front foot and almost took advantage of Jack's players backing off. Nainggolan was able to run 20 yards on a post with a ball, hitting the post when he probably should have scored. A patient short corner build-up by Alaba led to a 3-man passing move between Vieira, Bale and Ramos. The Spanish defender played it through to Il Fenomeno, who broke the deadlock. The pressure from Marlot continued when an 8-pass move almost led to a second goal. Ruud Gullit's shot was deflected wide. Well, that was an interesting game, wasn't it, Luke? Kind of expected Marlot to be a little bit better, but Jack really held his own, didn't he? Oh,
I agree. Jack really put on a great performance against one of the leading Germans, if not one in the top 2 Germans in my eyes. Marco is a very, very, very experienced player. He's attended quite a few events. I know he's done very, very well this year, qualifying for FEWC. So yeah, it was a very good game to watch. It was end-to-end stuff, but the experience once again came off in Marlot's favour.
And what do you think Jack will take from this game? Because obviously he's from the Spencer Academy. I think he lacked a bit going forward. What do you reckon?
In these types of games, it's always going to be an intense sort of game. When you're playing against one of the leading European players, I believe that Jack did hold his own, but I think he come just a little bit too short and didn't maybe get some of the things off that he was trying, which I believe could have costed him the game, really, because he had his chances which he really should have taken.
Yeah, so do you think that's kind of frustrated him? Because we saw the 3 opportunities before he got the first goal. They were pretty much like half chances, weren't they? It's not as if he had anything clear cut.
Yeah, he had some great chances, but as I said earlier, I still believe that them chances could have put him a couple of goals ahead, which he should still be taking. But he's got a lot of positives to take from his performance, and I believe that this tournament he could show his actual real worth, and he could, obviously, as you said about Spencer Academy last year, huge tournament which was won by Harry Hesketh. He played very well to come third. There were a lot of good, tough competitors in it. So hopefully this could be his year. This could kickstart his FIFA career.
Fantastic. More so of Crusaders went head-to-head with AS Roma's pro FIFA player Poacher in Game 3. And here's how it went. Poacher went into this game full of confidence, and it showed in the opening moments as a very patient build-up led to a free kick on the edge of the box. The free kick routine didn't go to plan as Ronaldo's shot deflected wide. It wasn't long before Roma took the lead. Jerome Boateng's poor crossfield pass was intercepted by Del Piero, who played a lovely 1-2 with Ronaldo. The Juventus legend made no mistake to put Poacher a goal up. Just over 10 minutes later, and it was almost 2-0. Vieira played it to an unmarked Pogba, who had all the time in the world to pick a corner, but the Frenchman fired wide. Roma had another chance to make it 2-0 before the interval. Some great play by Neymar and Ronaldinho led to another opportunity for Pogba, who dragged his shot wide again. Morso started the second half with more intensity than he put in the whole of the first half. A 21-pass sequence almost led to an equaliser, but Lozano's shot was well saved. Poacher wasn't to be outdone though when 10 minutes into the second half he made it 2-0. Ronaldo's hold-up play gave Vieira and Pogba the space to play in Neymar, whose superb solo run and pass to Ronaldo led to goal number 2. Things could have got much worse for Morso when Poacher's high-press game forced into another misplaced pass. Fortunately for Crusaders, Del Piero hit the post. Morso didn't give up though and halved the deficit 8 minutes from time when a lovely passage of play between Gabriel Jesus, Vieira and Lozano made it 2-1. Lozano broke the offside trap and finished well under pressure. So Luke, another frantic game. A well-deserved win for Poacher though, no?
No, 100%. From the first 15-20 minutes, Poacher was moving the ball around very, very good. He couldn't really get a chance to get into the game. It proved to be a Poacher show, but I don't think Poacher was actually playing at his best today.
Well, I know he had those 2 chances with Pogba outside the box where he probably should have done better. There's 2 chances in consecutive moments. But, you know, let's be 100% honest, he went 2-0 up and it seemed very, very comfortable. And even when, you know, Morso pulled one back, he didn't seem in any trouble, did he, Poacher?
No, that's the wealth of experience Poacher actually brings to his game, is that as a professional, he keeps his consistency. He knows what to do in that situation and when to turn up, and when he needs to actually like sort of focus into the game and defend properly. He still looked a bit shaky. His first game of the season, but I hope to see a lot better from Poacher.
And I hope to see a lot more from Del Piero, because that first goal was absolutely sublime, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a gifted goal. The clearance went straight to the winger and it was just simply cutting, and yeah, it was game on for Poacher from that point.
Fantastic, brilliant. We reached the halfway stage of our show with goals representative Grazer, who battled it out with VVV Venlo's professional player Nick. Grazer enters the competition as somewhat of an unknown quantity, which could explain Nick's conservative approach in the opening moments. Antonio Valencia tidying up after Suarez's misplaced pass. Nick had the first chance when a neat little 1-2 led to a Luis Suarez shot which was deflected wide. It wasn't long before Nick took the lead when the resulting corner was headed in by Cristiano Ronaldo. Grazer almost drew level within seconds, only for a strong hand of the hair keeping out Ronaldo's shot. Gareth Bale tried to keep the attack going, but his cross was smothered by the keeper. Grazer started the second half much like the first with an intricate passing display, but this time with more verve. Goals representative was inches away from levelling up after Suarez shot just wide. Nick is well known for his counter-attacking style and almost made it 2-0 10 minutes into the second half following a quick break. Pogba's ball to Suarez was inch perfect, as was the layoff to Ronaldo. CR7 weaved one way and then another, but his shot was turned wide by Courtois. Nick almost scored again from the corner, but the header was easily caught by the keeper. The long throw out didn't come to anything, although Nick's transition from defence to attack would have led to a second had it not been for some great defending by Ferdinand. Moments later, it was 2-0. This time it was a short corner routine as a patient build-up between Nainggolan and Ronaldo set up an unlikely goalscorer in Benatia. VVV Venlo were in Ole mode at this point and were a lick of paint away from making it 3. A 10-pass move on the right-hand side of the pitch encouraged Nainggolan to make a darting run inside the box. Suarez picked out Son, who laid it on the plate to the Belgian, but his shot hit the post. With Grazer's players looking tired, Nick smelt blood. Another passing move down the right-hand side involving Son led to VVV Venlo's third. Ronaldo's square pass to Suarez was inch perfect and the Uruguayan put the game to bed. 3-0, the final score. Wow, that's not the best start to the campaign, is it, Luke, for Grazer? I mean, look, his goals representative, a lot of expectancy there, but he's come across a very, very good side in VVV Venlo and Nick.
I would have actually taken Grazer to win this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the Global E-League's reigning champion. He's competed at quite a few events. He represented Excel in 2014 or 2015, I believe, which he placed second at Gfinity. He has a wealth of experience underneath his belt. I would have actually taken Grazer to win this, which has really shocked me. Okay,
because for me, as someone that hasn't really watched Grazer play too much, the opening start wasn't really great for him. He rarely threatened, and it just seemed that Nick had a lot of luck down his right-hand side, down Grazer's left-hand side with the pace of Son and all the others that came into play.
Yeah, I agree. Grazer's right side looked quite actually touchy, to be honest, in my opinion. But if wing work's going to really work in the other games for him, because that's what he seems to like to do. That's all I can tell from this match, is that he likes to use the wings with his pace and cut in. So I hope to see it work, because I like looking at the fancy goals, but it's not always going to work when it comes to a top competitor, when you put yourself against Jambo or someone like that.
That's true. Well, look, 2 of Nick's goals were from set pieces. Do you think he'll be relying more on goals from that side of the pitch?
I think he looked very, very good on set pieces. I saw very few set pieces that he did mess up on. So that could be one of his strong points in his game, his set pieces. Who knows? We have to wait and see what the tournament brings.
So what about Grazer then? He's gone uphill struggle now, 3 goals down in the table. If it goes down to goal difference, do you think he'll get through?
That's another question you'll have to come back to me later on, because in my opinion, at this point, it's too early to call.
Fair enough. Back on that fence you go. Triple Belgium champion Twiki with Standard Liège attempted to avoid the potential banana skin in LH and Hamilton in Game 5 of the show. Here's how it went. LH began the game with some cute passing and possession play down the left-hand side, moving the ball forward as quickly as they could. A misplaced pass was intercepted by Twiki, who gave the ball back to LH. Twiki then won the ball back, starting their first attack of the game. Mane chased back to win the ball and laid it on to Bakayoko, who square passed to Dembele got LH's attack going. Mo Salah's diagonal through ball to Mbappe was inch perfect, but the French international shot went agonisingly wide. A clever bit of play from Cristiano Ronaldo led to a chance for Luis Suarez, but his shot was a good height for the keeper. Within moments, LH was a goal up. Dembele found an unmarked Del Piero who had time to turn and play it to Mbappe. The Frenchman dragged the centre-back out of position, leaving a gaping hole in Twiki's defence that LH exposed. Mbappe's ball to Del Piero was inch perfect and the Italian slotted home with ease. Two minutes later and LH almost grabbed the second. Del Piero tormented the fullback and slid a beautiful square pass on unmarked Bakayoko, who hit it straight at the keeper. At this point, Hamilton's tails were up. Del Piero testing the keeper's catching ability with a shot from outside the box. Twiki produced half a chance when Hernandez's turning shot was pushed out for a corner by the keeper. Bell's corner wasn't dealt with and Vidal found Suarez in acres of space, but the striker instinctively poked wide when maybe bringing it down before shooting was a better option. Twiki began the second half with some good work between Suarez, Hernandez and Vidal, but ultimately it was all in vain as LH was able to clear. Ronaldo and Hernandez then linked up again, but the Mexican showed a lack of composure, firing wide when he should have done much better. A lapse in concentration by LH from a goal kick almost gifted Twiki an equaliser, but luck was on his side. Ederson's throw to Aurier was perfect as a fullback found Mane, whose back heel to Del Piero led to a chance for Mbappe, who fired wide again. Just after the hour mark, LH made it 2-0. Del Piero spotted Mane's diagonal run, playing him through with an eye of a needle pass. Mane did the rest, finally past the keeper. Another through pass almost made it 3. Mane found Mbappe and the youngster spurned his third chance of the day. At this point, Twiki was trying everything. Hernandez fired over after some good close control. A short corner routine almost led to a goal for Twiki, but the final ball was well defended. Twiki tried again, this time using Hernandez's movement to free up some space for Suarez, but his cross was easy for Ederson to catch. With under 2 minutes to go, Twiki's persistence was rewarded when another good bit of play between Hernandez and Suarez led to a shot that hit the post. The ball then fell to an unmarked Bale who couldn't miss. So, Luke, that wasn't the result I kind of expected. I thought Twiki would steamroll LH, but it shows how much of this game I know.
Basically, I'm completely in the boat with you on this one. I was expecting Twiki to come and take this one by storm, but Liam, being an upcoming young FIFA player, he looked actually very, very strong in this game, which I think could benefit him going on throughout the group stages, and hopefully he can replicate this performance.
I was very impressed with the way he used Bakayoko and Dembele in the middle of the park and released Salah as much as he possibly could. Obviously, Salah's pace will give anyone the problem, and Mbappe as well up front. And obviously, when you got players like those about, you're always going to give your opponents a game.
Oh, 100%. When you're using your pace players, it's always going to end up in one thing and one thing to another, and that's going to be a goal if you keep using it the correct way. And I believe Liam really utilised Salah to the best of his ability today.
I think he did the same with Sadio Mane, because we're not used to seeing Mane track back, but for the first goal he won the ball effectively, and he released it to Bakayoko, and the rest is history, so to speak. But yeah, I think LH did very well in this game. But again, what about Twiki? Because you know, he's a professional player. We know how good he is, standard Liège professional. What does he have to do to turn it around? Because it's not a great start.
It was a very, very poor start from Twiki. I believe that he just needs to build his confidence up and win both games from now on to make it through the group. I don't think he could afford another slip up. But I think this could be the push that he needs to see the best out of him. I think he can take the positives and the negatives and put them into one big group and come out of it second place in the group, in my perspective.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Fingers crossed for him.
Brilliant. Now, our next game sees two relatively inexperienced competitors in Jake controlling Wolves and Ranners with Dundalk. Now, with a total of 13 months professional experience between the two, this was always going to be a belter. Take a look and see. Shock of the day was undoubtedly Jake's annihilation of Ranners. Both sides made promising starts, attempting to get forward as quickly as possible. Jake fired the first warning shot with a Gareth Bale effort that went wide. Moments later, Thierry Henry found an unmarked Ronaldo whose stooping header gave Jake the lead. Ranners barely had time to regroup before it was 2-0. Vieira found Ronaldo, whose one-touch pass was fired in by Bale, in undoubtedly the goal of the day. This gave Ranners a kick up the backside as he pulled one back straight after the kickoff. Thierry Henry found Ronaldo, who brushed Ricosta off the ball and beat the keeper. The action didn't end there as Henry's shot was turned wide by De Gea, then Pogba was denied by the Spanish keeper from the resulting corner. The second half started much like the first half, with both teams playing the ball about well. Almost 10 minutes into the second half and a Ronaldo header almost made it 3-1. Ranners' resistance didn't last long though, as Ronaldo restored Jake's 2-goal cushion. Ronaldo completed his hat-trick in the 82nd minute, firing in from close range after a pass from Bale. The Portuguese striker was in top form and grabbed his fourth after Henry played him through. Ranas has a mountain to climb if he is to get out of this group. Wow. I'm just trying to catch my breath in this one. 5-1. I think that has got to be the shock of the evening. What do you reckon?
I'm absolutely astounded by this one. This one caught me off guard completely. In fairness, I was expecting Ranas to take this one with ease. But shocks, this is what this tournament's all about. Upsets, this is what we like to be seeing. Both players went at it, but I just didn't see Ranas perform at what to his capabilities today.
It just seemed very strange that obviously the first 2 goals were sucker punches, and when you're 2 goals down in this game, it's very, very difficult to get back into. And even when you do get one back, as Ranas did, you have to really step it up. And I didn't see too much of him really threatening Jake, and Jake just... he was ruthless in the last 20 minutes, scoring 3 goals. Again, Ronaldo taking the centre stage. You can't really stop players like Jake when in that kind of form, can you?
No, you really can't. He was sublime today, without a doubt. He held the ball properly. He stopped runners quite a few times, blocking chances, and he created very, very well. I think we could have an underdog on our belt right here.
That's a fair point. And what about Ranas now? He's got a goal difference of -4. Let's be 100% honest. You and I both know he's a fantastic player. He can still get out of this group, and it would not surprise me if he got to at least the semi-finals. If he does achieve that, I think it's a fantastic feat given the start he's made to this campaign.
Yeah. I believe he can go far in the competitions. Semi-finals, at a push. But we've got to look at it realistically right now. He's just 5-1. It's got to be demotivating for him, and it's got to have had some sort of psychological effect on him. So hopefully, as I said about Twiki, hopefully he can regain, and hopefully we can see more from the Irish sensation, as I call him.
Great stuff. Brilliant. Game 7 between Dragon and Jambo is a very strong contender for match of the tournament. 2 competitors that didn't hold back. An absolute classic. This game was met with a lot of excitement as both competitors are known for their high-tempo attacking football, and it was no surprise that the opening goal was pure magic. Maradona's ball to Ronaldo couldn't have been any better, and the same could be said for the finish after a sublime lob over the keeper. Jambo fought back though and hit the bar with a thunderous shot. Dragon then went straight up the other end, almost back in a second after some great interplay with Maradona and Ronaldo. Jambo can play great football too, and Thierry Henry scored his first of 4 goals following some quick passes between Goretzka and Sane. Moments later, Jambo had 2 chances in quick succession which he failed to take. First Henry fluffed his lines, then Goretzka fired wide. With a few seconds left before the break came a moment of magic. Maradona turned on the edge of the box and curled a delightful goal in the top corner. 2-1 at the break. Jambo came back all guns blazing in the second half, and it was the combination of Goretzka and Henry again that brought him back in the game. The pendulum swung the other way as Maradona's shot was saved by the keeper. Goal number 3 for Jambo came from the resulting corner. Moy played the ball to Henry, who exchanged passes with Sane before firing it at the keeper. Sane took the loose ball and played it to Henry, only for the ball to be cleared as far as Sane, who fed Henry to score his hat-trick. Jambo was in the mood for scoring and Sane's shot was saved when he should have put it away. The Goretzka, Sane and Henry trifecta was in full force again as the Arsenal legend grabbed his 4th of the game. Dragon knew it wasn't going to be his day when Ronaldo played in Messi, only for his shot to go wide. With 2 minutes to go, Jambo could only half clear an interesting corner routine from Dragon, and Dragon made him pay. Maradona's shot was well saved before Ronaldo slotted in the rebound. 4-3 it finished, and what a game it was. Wow, I think we're very, very lucky to see such a fantastic opening show. We've had 7-goal thrillers, controversy everywhere. And this game was no different. Luke, talk to me, mate.
We had goals, we had pretty much everything there was to offer in a game of FIFA. We had 2 of the top players in the world right now going head to head. It was an amazing game to watch in my eyes. I think the result shocked me as well, to be fair, as I have Dragon to win the competition. So,
oh, really? Okay.
Which I think might have knocked his confidence a little bit, losing 4-3. But as I say, Jambo is a very top player. He's been playing professional for the past 2 years. He attended the Club World Cup last year, I believe, as well. I'm not sure on that one.
Okay.
But I know he's got a vast experience under his belt, which might have just given him the boost that he needed today to come up against the Vice World Champion of 2016. In FIWC, as it was called back in that day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that first goal kind of set the tone for the game, didn't it? I mean, it was a wonderful chip. We all want to score goals like that on FIFA, but he pulled it off magnificently.
It was an absolute beautiful goal, but there was a mistake made. The keeper shouldn't really be coming out at that angle, but nonetheless, the finish was absolutely sublime.
But you got to give Jambo credit, mate. 4 goals with Thierry Henry, and it was that combination of Goretzka, Sane and Henry that gave Dragon so much of a torrid time.
I agree. Henry on this game is an absolute monster of a player. If you get the ball not to him inside the box, 99% of the time he's going to finish it, without a doubt. So he's one of the most lethal players on the game. So really, I think all you can say is well done to Jambo. He utilised the main man and he got the job done.
And Dragon's going to bounce back, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. Dragon's probably one of the most composed players in the tournament, with the most experience in the tournament. I've got him down to win it. I think in good time you'll see the best out of Sean.
Our final game of episode 1 is another full of goals. Levy of Excelsior faced DK Brian and Diffuse Kids. Brian started positively, building from the back. Ferdinand's crossfield pass to Alexandra was inch perfect, and the Brazilian's ball was only half cleared by Zanetti. Casemiro laid it off to Gabriel Jesus, and his ball to Bale caused some confusion in the Excelsior back line. As the Welshman weaved into the box, an interception and dangerous back pass almost led to a disastrous goal, but the Hare's quick feet let them off the hook. Levy almost took the lead after some good work between Ronaldo, Neymar and Firmino. After some jostling for the ball in the box between Ferdinand and Firmino, the ball broke to Ronaldo, whose snapshot was saved by Buffon. Neymar, Firmino and Ronaldo combined again, but Portugal's all-time goal scorer was again denied by Buffon. Brian came closest to scoring first after Mbappe dispossessed Nainggolan. The Frenchman played it forward to Ronaldo, who turned and fired a shot against the bar. Brian's build-up play was giving Levy something to think about, although he needed to improve in the final third. Allen's ball to Bale was too heavy as the Welshman failed to get it under control. The second half began with more possession play from Brian as a 6-man 8-pass move ended with a shot from Pogba hitting the post. That proved to be the wake-up call Levy needed. Sane and Ronaldo combined when the Portugal captain had a yard of space in the box, when he provided a double drag back and shot which arrowed into the bottom corner. It wasn't long before Levy made it 2-0. Neymar played it back to Vidal, who was 25 yards out, and his forward pass was inch perfect. CR7 spun off his marker and fired it in. Brian was rocked and couldn't get back in the game. It was all over as a contest with 10 minutes to go when Ronaldo played a 1-2 with Sane to complete his hat-trick. There was still time for one more chance for Brian, but Ronaldo fired way over the bar. Well, it wasn't the result Brian wanted, was it, mate? I mean, let's be honest, he started very well, very composed on the ball, playing the ball about, but Levy's class shone, didn't it?
Yeah, this was a great game. A shock result for me, because I believe that Brian is one of the best competitors coming over from Belgium. He's one of the best players in Belgium right now, and I thought that I haven't really heard much of Levy, in all honesty, but he showed his class today. He was magnificent with the ball. He actually soaked up the early pressure from Brian so well, and then when he needed to, he outshone. He really did.
The thing is, Brian's interplay was absolutely fantastic. I think there was at one point where he made like a 6-man 8-pass move, and that's when Pogba hit the post. And we saw a lot of that, the possession play from Brian, but it seemed as if he wasn't going anywhere with it. Whereas Levy, when he was on the attack, he looked more threatening. He looked like the more likelier to score. And again, that man Ronaldo, you just don't stop him. He's a beast.
Oh no, you can't stop Ronaldo. When Ronaldo has got you in his back pocket, that's game over in my eyes. But I thought that Brian played superb. I mean, I know he lost 3-0, but some of the passing movement he actually really did get off today. It was stunning to watch. He can only take that as a positive and use that to his advantage in the next game, because that style of football will win you games.
So do you think this result was more like a one-off than anything at this stage of the competition?
Yeah, I think it was a one-off, 100%.
So 6 points out of 6 coming up then?
Yeah, I think so.
Brilliant, fantastic. And that's it for episode 1. I'd just like to thank my co-host Luke for his expert analysis and our sponsors Goal. For the latest and best football news, visit goal.com. Follow them on Twitter @Goal and like their Facebook group page. While I'm on the subject of social media, you can follow us on Twitter too @global_eleagues. Until next time, take care.